I wanted to show you guys, we have a GMC Syclone here. These are pretty darn rare, and a lot of people would just see an S10 or an S15, but I mean, this is like to a whole other level. You know, this is taking it to Jupiter. You know, for if your S10 is an just on planet Earth kind of thing, this thing is going interstellar. If memory serves me correct, these things have 300, 400, I can't even remember the number, but I mean, it's obviously like a base starting point, because these guys build, they just go sky high with some of the numbers in these things. This thing is a beast, and if I saw one of these at a traffic light, I wouldn't even try. I would just say, there you go, have at it, and just wave them on, because you have no chance, unless you're driving a Ferrari or a Lamborghini or something, you have no chance of taking this thing on. All-wheel drive, if memory serves me correct. I think it's permanent all-wheel drive. I don't see a shifter in here. I don't actually see any kind of four-wheel drive. I believe they had like a full-time transfer case. And forgive me, feel free to tell me all the stuff that I'm not remembering in the comments. But I mean, this is, let me just do a little wide. Alright, so here's our Syclone. These rims are amazing. Let's do a quick shot of the whole truck. Just really, really well done. A lot of people wouldn't like the black, but I really like the color, the finish on it. It's not fully blacked out. I kind of appreciate that it's not fully blacked out, because you see guys like, they do stuff like tint their front windows and all kinds of ridiculous stuff. Big thank you to DFA Performance for bringing this thing in. This thing is incredible. But just wanted to show you this amazing machine. You do not see these very often in the wild.
So what we have is a 1991 Syclone. I'm pretty sure the owner is the original owner. He's been through a series of figuring out the weak link on this car as he's added bigger turbos over the years. This is actually a NASCAR block from the old Busch series. So it's a V6 NASCAR block, which was pretty hard for him to come by. What we did is we built the headers, merge pipes, down pipe, dump tube, did work on the intake pipe and a lot of the hoses, basically to make his new turbo, which I believe is 88 millimeters, basically make that new turbo work with everything. But he claims this car has never even been rained on one single time, and he has taken absolute wonderful care of it. It's one of the best versions or examples of this car I've ever seen. I mean, it's an absolute wonder.
It's absolutely flawless looking at it, and it's amazing how rare they are, because we said this is a 91, and I was actually talking to a friend who works with a coworker, and he's like, oh, he casually says, oh, I have a Typhoon, and we're like, what?
So
exceptionally rare.
Well, it wasn't something people wanted back then.
Yeah, looking back on it, who wants, like, this is a sport, it's almost a showpiece in the sense that you could barely put any weight in the back.
It wasn't good for a truck.
They weren't good for a truck. They were not a work truck. That's exactly right.
Get the S10 because it's way less.
Yes, exactly. You buy a work truck and you beat on the cheapy, you know, the base model S10 versus this thing. I can't even imagine what it cost back in the day. But thank you so much, Jason, and give you guys a shout out. This is Dixie Fab. Forgive me. You guys are in Salem?
Yes, we're in Salem.
You guys in Salem, Virginia. Yep. Dixie Fab. Whoops. Let me scan up here. Dixie Fab and auto.com. They're in Salem, Virginia. They actually did a lot of work to this thing. Check them out. They have a lot of cool stuff here. We're actually getting ready to play some video games here. So with that, thanks for watching.